Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster, president of Alpena Community College, and I'm pleased to have as our guest this morning Brian Shorn, fine arts instructor at ACC. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here this morning.
It's a pleasure having you. So, I think you're familiar to the arts community in a lot of ways. I've heard people in that community speak very highly of you. Could you share with the viewers a little thumbnail about who you are and where you come from and how you arrived at ACC?
Sure. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I guess probably the way that the community would know me best most recently is through Studio Robedo, the art gallery that I began here a few years ago and had two incarnations, one on Sauble Street and one now on Chisholm Street. Unfortunately, it ended up closing due to COVID and lack of funds and no one coming by, so it was a tough time. But it actually turned into something amazing because now I'm a full-time instructor at the college, so it's like the perfect resolution to the whole thing. But I also am a educated artist with a master's degree from the University of Michigan in fine art photography. I also have other master's degrees from various schools around the country in graphic design, creative writing, and electronic music. So I've traveled all over the country. I was born and raised in Alpena. I left after I graduated from Alpena High School in 1979, and I came back here a few years ago mostly to be with my family, as my mom and my grandmother is going to be 102 years old coming up, and my mom just turned 81, and so I wanted to be here with my family.
Wonderful. That's the reason a lot of folks come back to this area. Well, great to have you back.
Thank you.
Yes, we're pleased that you're the fine arts instructor. What is your vision for how that, what's your vision for how this can evolve?
Well, I actually realized one thing that was quite important to me when I came back. It was a way for me to sort of look back on my life and kind of see what I've done. And what I realize is that there's mythologist Joseph Campbell has the idea of the hero's journey. And this is a very convoluted path, but eventually comes back to the beginning. And it has lots of failures and lots of successes and lots of challenges, lots of paths off the beaten trail. But it arrives back at the beginning, which essentially is the opportunity for one to bring back to the beginning everything learned along that arduous journey. And so that's kind of how I saw my role in coming back, was to bring what I had learned throughout my life all over the country in the arts, in other mediums, in literature, for example, or music, and share that with the community, and now being able to share it with the students at ACC.
Wonderful. I see there's the arts building, the Olin Joint Fine Arts building. Look, I can see it right out my window, and I see there's a lot going on over there.
Yes.
There's some flowers out that look great, and then inside the building there's quite a bit of art hung on the walls.
Yeah, it's really coming along nicely, and what I really see as a goal to begin is to really create a space that is comfortable and formal and informal at the same time, for the students to feel like it's a space that is their own, that is their home, that they don't just have to go there for classes, that they can go there and after class hang out and talk further about whatever may have come up in classes, that they might eat their lunch there, that they might do their homework in a lounge area or in another classroom that's unoccupied, and that there will be a stronger development of community within the students who are in the art department or in the art program, and that it would emanate out and begin to draw others to see the excitement that's being generated, and how it can benefit other areas. Many of the trades really could benefit from the arts simply by having and developing a sense of open-mindedness and creativity in what they do, which creative process is a part of our lives in every aspect. So I'm hoping to bring that ability and sensitivity and awareness to all of the students so that there can be a more sense of openness about what the art program has to offer.
That is very interesting and illuminating, insightful comment. Kind of my next question, you kind of answered it, but I'm still going to ask it. Your sense for how arts can improve the community or the atmosphere at the community college. Could you reflect on that? We see a lot of arts in downtown Alpena, a lot of murals, a lot of interesting things. I think it fires people up, but what's the benefit?
It's immense, actually, and I just have to say that to all the people who have had some part in bringing art to the community, it's everything that is being done right now is really fabulous, and it's really energizing the whole town, and it's putting Alpena on the map as a destination place where cultural activity is really quite expansive. And so I'm very excited by it, and it benefits people in all different types of ways. First off, it allows an opportunity for discussion. It allows opportunity to formulate ideas within their own mind about their own particular taste and how to communicate that to others. And in so doing, depending upon the artwork, allows for a cultural expansiveness of the ideas that the artists may or may not be talking about, but is created by the discussion. So really, it's an opportunity for people to engage in their own understanding of what these things mean to them and how it relates to the rest of the world and others around them. And this is what brings us all together.
Wonderful. That's exciting. And I'm excited to see what you do with the program. I think it will be great for our students, it'll be great for the community, great for Alpena Community College. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
And thank you folks for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you again next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your host, Nancy Smitham and Dr. Don McMaster. For a list of community events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on our community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Bill Stipik, and he is a Veterans Service Officer. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, Nancy. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. And before we get into what a Veterans Service Officer does, let me ask you to begin with your military career.
Well, I spent 20 years in the United States Coast Guard. I've done tours over at the Air Station in Traverse City. My first tour was the old Coast Guard cutter Mackinac up in Sheboygan, and I spent the bulk of my career as a flight mechanic in Coast Guard rescue helicopters, and mostly Alaska. Sitka and Kodiak were the majority of my tours.
Ooh, how exciting. I bet you have some good stories you could tell.
I do like telling the Alaska stories, you know, as well as the Michigan stories, so yeah, I can.
And a little bit different water in Alaska than there is here.
Yeah.
If Alaska, your chance of survival is a little lower than your chances here.
Well, wintertime here, they're not too
That's
great
true.
either. So, but yes, Alaska is a very dangerous flying environment, but enjoyed it all, loved it.
I bet.
And now I service other veterans, so.
So tell me exactly what you do when you say you service other veterans.
Well, I'm a member of a two-person office in Alpena County. The director is Dan Purge, and I am his assistant. What we do for veterans is help them apply for and gain benefits that they've earned through their service, and we try to help them with applications and avoid a lot of the misconceptions and hurdles, potholes that the VA seems to love to place out there for veterans and make it a little bit confusing for them. So we just try to help wade through the process and let veterans know what exactly it is that they have earned and what the possibilities are for assistance and any other programs that the VA may offer, health care, things of that nature.
So they're considered a veteran if they've served in any branch of the military. Is there a time limit?
There is not a time limit. It all depends on what benefit you are seeking. There are wartime periods, and if you're applying for a pension, the veteran has to have served during that wartime period. And those are set by Congress. So basically the veteran would have to come to our office and we'd be able to explain which program they do or are eligible for, and move them forward, you know, in whatever direction, you know, they're eligible for. National Guard veterans, you do have to have some type of DD 214 time or federal time. These are all federal benefits, so if you're strictly on a state level, you don't qualify for most of the VA opportunities.
Okay.
But again, we can help assist you in determining whether you're eligible or not. I would think the biggest thing that Dan and I would like to put forth to the community is the importance of the DD 214, because a lot of veterans, we do work with some World War II veterans still,
Sure.
a lot of Korean War veterans, they lose track of where their DD 214 is, and so it is so important when you come into the office to make sure that you have that DD 214, and if you can't find it currently, come and see us. We can help assist you obtain a copy of your DD 214, because that's the key to starting any benefit, is having that and proving service.
Now, is there a reason why a veteran wouldn't come in right away after being out of the military and sign up?
Well, I think a lot of veterans, when they're getting ready to get out of the military, they just kind of want to start the next chapter of their life, correct? And they don't really pay attention too much to their transitional period. I know when I retired, and this was back in 2000, I just wanted to get on with the rest of my life. You know, I just wanted to start the new chapter. So I really didn't pay much attention to benefits after service either. It was, you know, 15 years before I understood what's available. So not only the health care, but if you were injured in any way, shape, or form while you were servicing, whether it's a combat-related injury or not, even if you just broke your leg or hurt your back or something of that nature, while you were in, that could possibly be a compensatory issue. And then health care ranging from that injury is also provided from the VA. So there's many opportunities. Basically, the veterans just need to be able to come into the door and get started.
You know, and especially the disabled vets that are disabled, unfortunately, you know, there's quite a few of those. So there's so many services for them, mental health treatment, all kinds of wonderful things that they can get.
Yes, yes, there is. Now, the VA itself is broken up into 3 different departments. Now, VHA would be the Veterans Health Care Administration. VBA, which is what Dan and I work with mostly, is Veterans Benefits Administration. And then the 3rd department is the National Cemetery Administration. They run most of the national cemeteries or state-run veteran cemeteries and things of that nature. Now, the other thing, there's a big misconception in the veteran population is they believe that if they're in VHA or getting health care, VBA is aware of that. So let's just say as a Vietnam veteran, you're going to VHA and you're being treated for some type of Agent Orange illness. Now, Agent Orange is an illness, obviously, that not only Vietnam vets, some Korean War vets, and there are some installations outside of Vietnam that were testing and utilizing herbicides, and there's more than just Agent Orange,
Right.
plenty of other colors that were used. So veterans assume because they're utilizing the healthcare part that veterans benefits also knows, and they do not. So where our office is located is right across the hall from the healthcare clinic.
Perfect location.
Exactly, and so we do get a lot of referrals from the clinic, and then they just walk across the hall and we can get them started. But there's still, even today, there's still many veterans who do not understand health issues that are on what the VA calls their presumptive list, meaning there's plenty of medical evidence that proves this particular illness was caused by Agent Orange exposure. That is a compensable disability, meaning the VA will start compensating you for your disability. Diabetes is one of those issues. Prostate cancer is one of those issues. There's many cancers on there. And that list changes every year. So even if you've previously applied for compensation due to an illness or something incurred while you were in the military and were denied, it changes annually. And so the list, they just added 3 new illnesses to the list, and they are bladder cancer, hypothyroidism, and Parkinsonianism are 3 issues that just got added to the list. So if you've been denied in the past, come back in and check, on occasion, because things do change on an annual basis via Congress and new laws. So. And
having that clinic right here in our community, what a jewel in our community.
And it is one of the best clinics in the state. We work with them hand in hand, back and forth. We're always walking back and forth, talking to each other. So if you're a veteran in Alpena County, please come in and see us, talk to us. There's many different things that are possible. And not only compensation, pensions.
Sure.
There may be some widows out there who don't realize that it's possible for a widow's pension. Pensions are income-based via the VA, so come in and talk to us. You may qualify for a pension through the VA. There's educational benefits.
That's what's going to be my next question. What about someone that's interested in applying or going back to school on a GI Bill or something? Is that something that you are able to assist them with?
Yes, it is.
Hallelujah.
The Montgomery GI Bill is the old GI Bill that was in place after 9/11. They redid that bill, and now it's called the post 9/11 GI Bill. So there's different rules, different eligibility requirements in between a veteran from that time period and current veterans. So it gets very difficult into deciphering.
Navigate that system.
When did you serve? Which bill did you fall under? And things of that nature, because the requirements are different for each segment. But again, if you're a veteran, please get your DD-214 and come in and see us, because you could be sitting on a lot of help and you don't know unless you come in and talk to us.
I have a friend who is a veteran, and he was no longer able to navigate the stairs in his home, and the VA helped him get one of those nice little chair lifts that took him right up to his bedroom. It was so wonderful.
Yep. There's just a lot of help out there. In regard to housing and things of that nature.
That was going to be my next question. What about, you hear and you read the paper and you watch everything about homeless veterans for one reason or another. What can you do to assist them? Housing is hard for anyone, let alone a veteran.
Well, there is a social worker right over in the VA clinic, and basically the process for getting help with homelessness is you need to call NMSCA first, and they will do a referral. They will ask you if you are a veteran, and if you are, they will give you the number and refer you over to the veterans counselor, and he will assist you. Now, there are homes in the area. There's the Patriot House in Gaylord.
Yes, I've been there. That's a beautiful place.
Yeah, and they do some great work there. So there are places locally that will assist you, but your first step is to call somebody and ask for the help. And, you know, obviously you can call our office, you can call NIMSCA, or you can call the clinic, and we will certainly get you, you know, as quickly as possible, all the help that you need. So.
Okay, so you had mentioned earlier widows benefits. Now, are there other veteran services for veterans' families?
Yes, there is, and it all depends on age requirements, things of that nature, whether you're deemed legally, you know, a dependent, or, you know, in some cases that's the age of 18, or if you're possibly a handicapped or disabled child, those numbers expand, obviously, I believe, to the age of 26. So there's a lot of opportunities out there, and there's many programs that, you know, the VA has in place that you could possibly be eligible for.
Like getting some free schooling if you're a son or a daughter of a veteran?
Correct.
Okay.
And there are plenty of secondary educational institutions that offer large discounts in their tuition for veterans and the dependents of veterans. So again, just come in and see us. I mean,
That's
there's
the first step. So
right.
Can people just walk into your office,
Yep.
Bill, or do you like them to make appointments?
We are a walk-in office. As I said, there's 2 of us in there, so I don't think I can recall anybody sitting down waiting for more than 2 or 3 minutes before
So do you
they
go
get a
around the
chance.
back of the building?
In between the marinas parking lot, you'll see the VA sign. We are in the Harborside Mall.
Okay.
And if you just come in that center door there, like right next to Save-A-Lot, there's a hallway, and the clinic is on one side and we are on the other.
And I see that beautiful van parked in the back with all those wonderful words on it for veterans. That's a nice addition too. So you actually do help transport veterans?
Yes, we do. On Tuesdays and Thursdays, we will take you to wherever your appointment may be in regard to a VA facility.
Okay.
We're trying to expand that transportation option at this time, but it's still in just the fledgling, you know, planning process. But right now on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we will go to the VA hospital in Saginaw. We can go to the Ann Arbor facility or the Detroit facility.
Wonderful.
So those opportunities are there. So if you get a VA appointment in any of those facilities, just give us a call. We'll give you a ride down.
Perfect. All right, we have about 2 minutes left. Is there anything else on your list you wanted to add before we're done today?
Well, mostly I just wanted to bring up, again, reiterate the importance of that DD-214. And if you don't have it in a file and you don't have it in your hand right now, please come and see us and we'll help you get it. Right now, the National Archives is closed still. Well, not closed. They're operating still on a limited staff.
Sure.
And if you have to write to the National Archives to get a copy of your DD-214, you're looking at least a year.
Wow.
Before you're going to see some results.
Okay.
Now, there's other avenues. The Michigan Veterans Affairs Agency, they sometimes have copies of DD-214s, but it's important for you to come in and see us and talk to us. And the last point I would like to make is rules change. Please don't believe the rumor mill because you talk to your buddy next to you and they say, well, it didn't work and this didn't work, and you know, and so on and so forth. You know, cut out the rumor mill. Please come into the office and we will assist you with the programs.
Thank you so much. Do you want to give a phone number real quickly?
Again, we're located in the Harborside Mall, and our phone number is 989-354-9671.
Thank you so much, Bill. Thank you for being here today, and I'm excited about what I learned about veterans today.
Thanks for having me, Nancy.
Thank you. Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.